Well, hello, welcome back, my lovelies, lilies, lords, lads, dudes, sugars, sugar mountains, sugar flowers, sugar lilies, moonflower. Oh, moon lily, where have you been? Oh my God. Yeah, jumping right back in. Hey, I wanted to do more of the Idaho State Police documents. So, yeah, I want to look at more of those. Um, kind of switch it up, switch it back to that for now. I mean, God, we could look at the body cam stuff all day. I mean, there's a lot I missed that you guys are pointing out. I mean, Dylan with her hands, and maybe they were bleached, and all kinds of things going on in the body cam. You just did not, yeah, just don't notice or don't just overlook it. So excellent, guys, excellent. I mean, hey, you're pointing things out. I'm like, man, I got to go back and I got to look at this again. Oh my God. Anyway, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, let's jump back into some of the Idaho State Police documents here. All right, let's jump back into some more of that, and we'll see where it takes us. All right, let's go. All righty. So this is where we left off. Phone summaries. Yep. 52 and page 149. All right, let's see what we got going on. Oh, every time. Let's see what we got going on here. Let's see here. It's the narrative. Witness 1, don't know. Witness 2, white female, 21. Okay. Brady Walker. Acquaintance. Relationship acquaintance. Okay. Witness 3, another 21-year-old white female. Spear Lake. Relationship acquaintance. Another acquaintance. Witness 4, a 21-year-old somebody. Relationship friend. Witness 5, individual. Witness 6, individual, 40 years old. Work business, Moscow, Idaho. Relationship acquaintance. Another, here we go. Unknown male, 23. Okay. Resident. Okay. Coeur d'Alene. Hey, Coeur d'Alene. All right, what do we got going on? Okay. Friend. Relationship friend, relationship girlfriend. Witness 8, white male, 22. Dalton Garden, Idaho. Witness 9, unknown male or female, white, 19 years of age. Meridian. Acquaintance to Ethan. They put Ethan there. Oh. Okay. 19-year-old male. Witness 10. Boy, oh boy. 18-year-old. Oh my God. What are we doing here? What is all this? Okay, here's the narrative. Now we got, okay, acquaintance, James Haywood. Okay. Is that supposed to be blocked out? I don't know. I don't know. Is this name supposed? I mean, every other name we got James Haywood there. I don't know. Anyway, let's check the narrative out. Okay, so we got Detective Brady Walker conducting phone interviews regarding the case. Refer to the narrative of the report. That's what we're doing. Okay, all these people here. All right. So I contacted blank, unknown complete name or date of birth. Contacted 3 days after the unalivings at 6:45 p.m. at blank. Blank wished to report a suspicious interaction her husband, unknown further, had with a male earlier that day. Now, this is 3 days after the unalivings, right? Okay, she informed me that Moscow police had taken the call, contacted the male, and released him after their interaction. Sounds about right. Released too soon. Right, like everybody else. I contacted blank, date of birth 2001, 11/16. All right, 7:46 p.m. at was in the as Kaylee and Maddie. She was in the same, I guess, the sorority as Kaylee and Maddie, but said they had dropped last semester. She mentioned a male named She mentioned a male named blank believe date of birth 2001 that was fairly violent and got into a lot of fights. Maddie and Kaylee associated sometimes with them as recently as October 2022, but believes had gotten kicked out of the University of Idaho. She knew that Maddie's ex-boyfriend was named okay, and her current boyfriend was Jake. Mogan stayed in touch and talked to her ex-boyfriend, and blank did not like that. And Jake did not like that. Interesting. Every angle here with them. There's always an angle here that is suspicious, isn't there, guys? Always. Whether somebody's jealous of somebody. Well, again, jealousy is one of the major themes in this case. And it runs throughout these individuals, it seems. So we have Maddie staying in contact with her ex-boyfriend. Jake doesn't not happy about that. And then we go on. Blank believed Maddie still possibly had feelings for her ex. Yeah. Yeah, not good. Not good. Not good. Not in this scenario, right? Not well, we know what happens. Okay, I contacted blank, date of birth 2001 on 11/18. Here's another person. Now, 5 days after the unalivings, 10:30 a.m. at blank. Blank's roommate, had a best friend named had relevant video from the area at the time of the incident. Relevant video at the time of the incident. Okay, what's that video about? And well, he says they had relevant video. So what is that? What's on that? With the previous information, I contacted date of birth 2001 on 11/18 at 10:53 a.m. and 11:07 a.m. at 2. Okay. Blank informed me that her friend lived near the King Road residence in Moscow and had surveillance video of someone leaving the area around the time of the incident. In the follow-up call, she told me there was a homeless man with a beard and a limp that lived in the area of where Kaylee and Maddie were spotted. Okay. She said the male in surveillance video appeared to have a beard and a limp as well. Interesting. Okay, she also told me she had heard through a friend that Xana commented on someone's TikTok video around 4 a.m. the night of the unalivings. Heard through a friend. I asked her to find out where that information had come from, and to relay that to me. She said she would try to find the source of the information. Okay, good. Okay, great. Did they ever find it? I don't know. Who knows? We'll see. I don't know. With the previous information, I contacted unknown complete or date of birth on 11/18 at 11:01 a.m. at Okay, she informed me she had surveillance video of a male leaving the area. Now, who is it? After talking to her, I confirmed that the video was taken from a light socket powered camera and that Moscow police had already secured the camera. Light socket powered camera. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. Is that the one that was accidentally broken? Remember? Payne was messing around with one of the cameras, right? And it got something broke on the camera, right? Or something, and they had to fix it. I wonder if that's the same camera, or I don't know, a different one maybe? I don't know. Anyway, let's go on. I contacted blank, date of birth 1982, on 11/18, again 5 days after the unalivings. Try to contact this person 3 times. 3:52 p.m., right? 4:50 p.m. and 5:11 p.m. 3 times at blank. Completion of this follow-up took several phone calls, I see that, and this will summarize our interaction. I had previously received information from another source that Kaylee potentially had a stalker, right? Or someone interested in her without reciprocation. Blank operates blank, 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 Moscow. Okay. Where Kaylee was employed from June 3rd, 2022 until July 16th. So about a month and a half, right? About a month and a half she was employed here. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Blank did not recall a time where Kaylee was made uncomfortable by any employee patron. He contacted current employees and the assistant manager. He did not discover an instance where anything like that happened. I guess being harassed by anybody where she worked. Okay. Blank said, or he said that a male named born in 1998 had asked for a highlighter on August 22nd, 2022. When he was provided one by restaurant staff, oh, okay, we're talking about a restaurant now. Okay. He said he wanted to destroy his face. That's nice. Wow. And he began drawing on himself with the highlighter. Oh my God. Oh my God. Moscow. Now, listen, I have never been to Idaho, and I have no desire to ever go there, especially after reading all this and seeing what we've been seeing. Especially, I've never been to Moscow, Idaho. But is there an insane asylum that was shut down there? Like, and are we seeing like the spill out from that? I mean, so we got somebody coming in the restaurant asking for a highlighter and saying he wanted to destroy his face. Then he proceeded to draw on himself with it. He was trespassed by police. Okay, so this is a separate incident. He was trespassed by police on August 26th. So 4 days after he was drawing on himself, wanting to destroy his face. Oh my God. On the night of November 12th, okay, the night, let's see what's going on. Blank left the restaurant late, around 1:35 a.m. Okay, so we're now into the 13th, right? He took a taxi home where his other half was, okay, and stated his home video system shows him at him. Well, that's always good, right? Master Nature, I'm leaving tonight to meet up with my wife Ashley out on the plains of Mankato and her mom. I just wanted to let the garden know that I will be leaving and visiting and reuniting with my wife Ashley, and just wish me well. Okay. Now I don't know. I have to leave the kids at home on the prairie, and well, I guess they'll be all right. Even though they can't read or fucking write. Thank you, MD. Look, you're gonna be fine. I'm sure Ashley is fine, okay? Good luck. Maybe you guys can get some gold while you're out there on the plains of Mankato, and we'll come back and let me know and let the garden know how everything went, and well, and yeah, how things go from then on. I think, MD, I got to tell you something though. My garden, well, the garden. Well, they feel you could do a lot better. Okay, they do, and um, uh, what? Yeah, the garden thinks you could do much better than Ashley. No, Master Nature, no. Ashley is everything to me, and I don't know, garden. I think the garden's wrong on that one. No, I don't really ever go against the garden, but Ashley is the one. Okay, she's the one with the face, the same as mine. Oh, Master Nature, make it stop. All right, MD, look, just go have a nice trip. All right, just have a safe trip. You'll be fine. All right, bye bye, bye bye. Oh boy, yeah, shows him at him. Okay, no, shows him there until late morning. Okay, on November 13th, blank blank was blank blank, and I guess provided the phone number for blank, and said he had been good friends with Kaylee, Maddie, and Xana. Okay. Now is this the same guy who's drawing on his fucking face in August? I have no idea if this is the same person that was drawing on his face. I guess. Yeah, I guess this is the same character. I guess he's fine come November 12th. He's not drawn on his face. Oh my, wow. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Wow. Okay, I guess they cleared him. I can't. Well, I mean, he says he was there. They have. I don't know, guys. This is so crazy. Okay, number 8. I contacted blank blank blank, date of birth 1999, 5 days after the unalivings, at 4:18 p.m. at met Kaylee in 8th grade, Maddie in 8th grade, and Xana in. Oh my God. And Xana in her junior year of college. Her. Oh my. He was friends with all of them, but was closest with Xana. In fact, blank met his girlfriend blank 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 through Xana. Okay. He graduated University of Idaho spring and has never been to the King Road house. He had heard that a male had been following female employees in the back parking lot at the Mad Greek. That was debunked in the conversation with Blank had a friend named who was in Moscow the weekend of the unalivings. Okay, he had a friend named that who was in Moscow the weekend of the unalivings. Blank told Blank he was going to walk Kaylee and Maddie home, but did not because they went to a frat party which he could not attend as he was not a student. Blank provided the number. Oh my God! He provided the fucking phone number. All right, Jesus, they can't fucking write. Number 9, I contacted date of birth 2000. Okay, 6 days after the event at 6:18 p.m. at Okay, this person knew Kaylee, Maddie, and Xana from school and living in North Idaho. He lives in the Coeur d'Alene area and had gone to Moscow on 11/12. He texted Maddie on 11/12, but was never with her in person. His last text contact with her was on 11/12, okay, at 7:46 p.m. Okay, to Maddie, 7:46 p.m. He did not have contact with Kaylee or Xana that night. He was not able to attend the frat party because he was not a student. He thought perhaps he could have prevented this incident if he had partied with the girls, because he would have walked them home, but was not physically with them that night. Okay. Oh my God. This person, I don't think, realizes exactly what happened here, right? Because they got a ride home. Okay, they didn't walk home by themselves. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. I don't know. It's weird. Again. Anyway, on the night of the 12th, blank was at a party near blank apartments. Okay. All right. He did not specify where exactly the party was held. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you see that a lot, right? On the Banfield footage, and they don't know where they're coming and going from, Yeah, anyway. He mentioned he heard Kaylee had been followed by a strange male or a similar incident. Here we go with the stalker again. Boy, that stalker story got around to just about everybody, didn't it? Good grief. Amazing, isn't it? He did not have firsthand knowledge of this incident about the stalker. Okay, number 10. Here's another one. I tried to contact date of birth 2003 on the 19th November at about 6:16 p.m. Blank did not answer, but called me back about 6:29 p.m. Right. Blank was roommates with Chapin, with Ethan last year, and was currently a roommate of He had daily contact with Ethan, who would commonly come over to play Xbox with Okay, he was one of Chapin's best friends. He had known Xana since before she and Ethan started dating. Right. Blank didn't really know Kaylee or Maddie. Blank, he identified his girlfriend as Blank, and he provided a phone number. He had gone to the King Road house a few times this year. On November 12th, he attended the formal party and went to the party afterwards. He left that party around 1 a.m. and went to another party, at the blank apartment building, accompanied by and Okay. The apartment unit they went to was referred to as what? The Whites, the Lodge, treehouse, take your pick, I don't know. They were at the until 5 a.m. Well, that's a long time. They were there till 5 a.m. in the morning. All right. When they returned to their unit they went to bed around 5:30 a.m. He had no contact with Ethan since the formal. Okay, he had no contact with Ethan since the formal and did not have any contact with Xana that day. Okay. See, again, though, guys, are they, they're calling these people, right? They're calling them. But are they actually checking out their stories, though? That's the problem here, right? Yeah, so what, they're calling them on the phone, but how do they know any of this is accurate? Right? How are they vetting are they vetting the details in these conversations? Or they just, that's what they told me, and then now we're just moving on, and then there's no checking here to see if any of this is true with any of them, right? So that's my question. Is there any follow-up to any of this? I mean, just because they're telling you this, right, doesn't mean it's fucking true. So are they vetting these details, right, in these things, in these conversations here? Number 11, I tried to contact blank blank. Date of birth 2004, 6 days after the unalivings at 6:50 p.m. at blank. But he did not answer. But he called me back 6 days later. Called me back 6 days later. Yeah. 10:13 a.m. This person is a roommate of Blank was friends with Ethan and saw him daily. Chapin's best friend in their fraternity was Ethan would come to the fraternity house and play Xbox with him, with this person, almost daily before class. Okay, probably why his grades sucked, all right? You got to get good grades first before you start getting into the games here, buddy. I'm just saying, that's how it works. That's what I'm just saying. I mean, whatever now, I'm just saying. Blank had only, I'm sorry, not to be insensitive, I'm just saying, study first, Xbox second. Yeah. All right. Anyway, been to the King Road house a couple of times. He had gone to the formal event on the night of the 12th. And left the formal event and got back to around 8:30 to 8:45 p.m. Where there was of course there's an after party. There's an after and after party. Yeah, right? So he went to this after party event. The party took place in a common room. He spoke with Ethan once at the after party. Spoke with Ethan once. Blank left the frat, the lodge, whatever, the after the part, whatever, around 1:15 a.m. on the 13th. He went to another party again at the top right apartment with and there are at least 2 males at the apartment. And he believed their names were blank blank and blank blank. They stayed there until about 3:30 to 4 a.m. when they went back to the They all went to bed around 4:15 a.m. Blank said his timelines towards the end of the night, let me guess, were hazy. Were estimates. Due to him being drunk. Right, there you go. Okay, I guess he's cleared now too. That's good. I guess they're all cleared. End of report. Oh my God. Good job, Brady. Now, did anybody go back and vet any of the details from those 11? I mean, I don't know. Who knows, guys? Anyway, that's the end of that report. Oh, God. More phone interviews coming up? Okay. More phone interviews. We'll do one more. Let's see how long this is. More phone interviews. Supplement 53. We're at 154. All right, here we go. Page 154. Let's see what this holds. Okay, victims. Okay, they list the victims again, of course. Brady again. Brady's doing the phone interviews again this time. Okay, how many witnesses now do we have this time? We have witness 1. No name. Acquaintance, male, female. They block out the address. Idaho. Again, acquaintance, male. 2 males this time. Oh my God. Another, 4 more acquaintances. Male, female. Unknown. Somebody who's white. Unknown sex. Oh my God, this is great detective work. 2003 date of birth. Relationship, girlfriend. Name, Okay. Witness 2. Oh my God. 19 years of age. All right. Meridian. Relationship, girlfriend. Okay. Witness 3. 18 years old. Wow, 18. Okay. 18. Come on. Witness 4, DJ Myers. They didn't block that out. Witness 5 is blocked out, but DJ Myers isn't. Okay. Weird. What? See, now, guys, is that a mistake? Or is that on purpose where they didn't block this name out? I don't understand, right? So is this a mistake? Because every other name's blacked out here for the witnesses, except this one. So again, is this a mistake or not? See, little things like this. All right, let's get into the narrative. Let's get into the narrative here and see what this crap is this. Oh, my God, guys. Hey, you just never know what you're going to get, right? Oh, my gosh. All right, let's go. Let's go.
All green and buzzing in his dungeon of despair.
All right. On November 18th, 5 days after the unalivings, at approximately 6:06 p.m., me, Brady Walker, interviewed by phone at that. Idaho State Police Trooper Kristen Noah was present during the phone call. Okay. The phone call was recorded. Well, that's nice. 1 out of 675,000. You got that one recorded. This report details the phone interview with This report also contains summaries from interviews with and who were with blank on the night of 11/12. Those summaries are also documented in Supplement 52. Okay, so we're rehashing now? Lived in an apartment. His roommates are and Okay. Yeah, the lodge. Okay. Blank was present with Ethan in the lodge at but they didn't really have much contact. He specifically said he was off doing his own thing and hanging out with his girlfriend. When I asked who his girlfriend was, Blank paused and said, I don't really feel comfortable answering these questions. Okay. He just asked you who your girlfriend was, that's all. I don't really feel comfortable answering these questions. I don't know. You don't know who your girlfriend is? Well, okay. Yeah, that's a red flag. I asked him if there was any reason why. Okay. He replied, I don't know. Like, out of respect of Ethan, I don't know. Like, okay, blank is my girlfriend. What the fuck? What is that? I'll just answer the questions. Yeah, asshole. Or do you want to get arrested? See, again, they're the cream puffs here. Cream puffs. After that, blank seemed more forthcoming with information. Okay, like what? Well, that's nice. What did he say? He's being dodgy here. You just asked him who his girlfriend was, and all of a sudden he's clamming up. Yeah, I think that's a red flag. And he says, out of respect for Ethan. No, if you had respect for Ethan, you'd answer the questions without being a little little bitch. Sorry, pardon me, guys, but Jesus, if you really wanted to help out your friend, you'd answer the goddamn questions and stop acting like a petulant little fucking child here. What the hell is going on? See, right here, I'd be like, okay, well, do you want to go to fucking jail, asshole? Or you want to answer my questions? Yeah. See, the cream puffs with these people. Cream puffs. Look, you're working a freaking quadruple homicide, and you get little sniveling little pricks like this coming back at you with this. Yeah, I'd be like, yeah, you're going to answer my fucking questions. Or guess what? you're going to fucking end up in a jail cell for a long time. You fucking prick. Don't be a prick with me. Hey, but they're cream puffs, guys. Cream puffs. Oh my God. Can you imagine that? You're working this case and you run into a little shithead like this? Oh my God. I'd be jumping through the phone. Anyway, blank and blank were at blank most of the night. That's nice. Blank went to bed early, and then he went to the White's apartment. Now, I don't know, the apartments. He went there with blank blank and blank blank, who were a couple of his screwed up frat brothers, around 1:30 a.m. on the morning of the 13th. Okay. They went to the upper right apartment. Blank believed it was apartment number blank, and it was commonly called what? What was it called? The Whites? I don't know. By everyone. There was a male resident there named unknown last name, along with and a couple of unidentified females. They stayed there for a couple of hours before leaving around 3:30 a.m., returning to their home or apartment or frat. When they left the blank, they went down the stairs across the parking lot, crossed Taylor Avenue, and went across the band field to blank. Blank made some food and went to bed around 5 a.m. Uh-huh. Okay. And I guess they're cleared. Blank said he did not text or have any other electronic communication with Ethan that night. He did not know when Ethan left that party. I don't know. I guess he's cleared. I don't know. Blank knew Ethan and Xana had been dating since before the previous school year ended. He estimated it was about 7 months. Ethan stayed with Xana about 6 days per week. He said he knew Xana fairly well, but did not know Kaylee or Maddie as well. He would see Kaylee and Maddie here and there, but they would not sit down and have a conversation or spend time together. He went to the King Road house once every week or 2 weeks. He said a party was hosted there about weekly. A typical party would be attended by 50 or 60 people. Yeah. He described the dynamic of the house as fine and stated they all seemed to get along really well. Sure. Of course, at parties, right? I don't know. Blank knew blank for about a year and a half and knew her fairly well. Who? All right. Blank did not have a boyfriend and had lived at the King Road house since the start of that semester. Okay, so who are we talking about here? Bethany? Bethany, right? We're talking about Bethany. Blank had just met blank at the beginning of the semester and knew her from going to the King Road house to hang out. Bethany did not have a boyfriend that he was aware of. All right? Bethany. I mean, it could be Dylan here too, but we know Dylan has a boyfriend. Bethany, we don't. Okay. He could not think of any person who would do something like this. I am also including the interview summaries of blank blank and blank blank who were with blank the night of the incident with this report is due to their proximity to the King Road house. Okay. I tried to contact blank, date of birth 2003, on 11/19 at about 6:16 p.m. at that number. They did not answer. Call me back. Okay. Blank was roommates with Ethan the year before. Okay, we already saw that. He's just reiterating. Yeah, okay. Okay. Xbox again. Yeah, this guy calls back 6 days later. Right. Okay, that's the end of that. Some rehashing there. Oh boy, now what do we got? Some blank interview. Okay, so now we're interviewing a suspect, potential suspect, or witness, I don't know, blank interview. 54 supplement. Let's see what this is here. Okay, witness 1, female, 21 years of age. Acquaintance, male. Acquaintance, relationship, boyfriend. 2000 date of birth, 22 years old. Friend blank. 4 friends there. Witness 2, white male, 22 years of age. Parma, Idaho. Witness 3, white female, 22 years of age. Twin Falls, Idaho. All right, let's do this one, guys. Let's do this one. All right, November 17th, 4 days after the unalivings at approximately 9:52 a.m., Detective Brady, called, regarding this case. Idaho State Police Detective Matthew Heinley was present during this phone call. Blank had previously called into the tip line with information, and this report summarizes the facts she provided during the follow-up call. All right. She has known Maddie and Kaylee since the senior year of high school, and they have attended the University of Idaho since then. She was in a relationship with date of birth 2000. She was roommates with who was the blank of Kaylee Gonzalez. Whatever, Kaylee. Yeah, even I can't pronounce her name either sometimes. Whatever. Yeah. Who was the blank, was roommates with who was the what of Kaylee? Sister? I don't know. She hung out with Maddie and Kaylee infrequently, and they have stayed in touch during their attendance at the university. Outside of class, she estimated they socialized, such as attending weekend parties together about once every 2 weeks, although the frequency varied. Mm-hmm. On the late evening of Saturday the 12th, Blank was at house, which is a blank, which is what? Which is a blank from the King Roadhouse. All right. Oh my God. Blank and his friends were watching sports, and was getting bored. Contacted Kaylee about wanting to hang out, and they made plans to go to the bar. Okay. He went to the King Road house but couldn't remember the door code. Huh? Okay. I thought this was a male. I don't. Guys. Anyway, okay. She called Kaylee at approximately 10:20 p.m., got the door code, and went inside. Blank saw Kaylee and blank in the house. Okay. 10:20. She saw Kaylee and who in the house? No. About 5 minutes after blank got to the house, Maddie arrived. Okay, so that's the other female. I can't remember her name, but you guys told me, you know it. Yeah, okay, so the 3 of them. Mogan, Kaylee, and this other girl, right? They got a ride to the corner club from a male named Eric. Eric's last name was not provided, but his phone number was that. Blank, she noted several things about Mr. Eric. Eric was an Uber driver, and she had been getting rides from him since April 2022. She believed Kaylee and Maddie had been getting rides from Eric since January of 2022. Eric was described as a white male having hair. Why do they block out hair? I don't know, whatever. A voice that was not deep and was believed to be shorter in stature since he scooted his seat close to the steering wheel. Eric drove a light gray blank. Okay. Eric originally met Kaylee and Maddie and several other women through driving for He provided his personal cell phone number as contact for rides. Blank, Kaylee, and Maddie commonly called Eric for rides. Sometimes he would not charge them for the rides. Eric was never unable to provide a ride for Sometimes it seemed that Eric was not working for Uber when he would give rides, and that he had left his personal life to accommodate the ride. Eric began carrying airplane shooters of alcohol in his vehicle in the console and had offered them to She knew that two women, and date of birth 2000, and offered them, knew that two women, blank, blank, and blank, blank, had finished college and left after spring 2022. They had both stayed in touch with Eric. Blank initially thought Eric was a nice guy who helped women get to their preferred location safely. Initially thought. She did not think Eric's behavior was odd until Blank pointed out that he thought it was odd. This other person thought it was odd. After considering the circumstances and all she had learned, she agreed with Blank that it was odd for Eric to provide his personal phone number and be so accommodating to all the women, considering he was married with a child. Eric had recently become a father. This seemed to be common knowledge. On November 12th, after Eric picked them up, Blank asked Eric how it was going to be a father. And Eric did not seem as joyful as she expected. Right, we've heard this before. We read this before. He sighed and pointed out that it was a lot more difficult and stressful than anticipated. Eric made a point to tell them his wife and babe. Right, we read this before. It was out on the weekend. He was looking forward to having the house to himself for the weekend and watch football. All right, Blank did not really talk to him after that. And Kaylee and Maddie continued conversation until they get dropped off at the corner club. All right. So she shut up because, this guy's a freaking weirdo. He's maybe making her uncomfortable, probably. Blank did not remember a time that, maybe not. Blank did not remember a time that Eric had made her feel uncomfortable or unsafe in the time she had known him. Okay. It seemed a little weird there. I don't know, but okay, whatever. At the corner club, Blank remembered the core group of friends hanging out as herself, Maddie and Kaylee, blank, 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 and blank, her boyfriend. Okay, do you get all that? Oh my God. Okay, she recounted an interaction between and was attracted to and kept trying to get her phone number. She did not give it and did not want to interact with this guy. Blank was staring at her to the point Blank noted it was uncomfortable. Is this Mr. Cole again? Blank tried to convince Blank to give him her phone number, but she refused. Who's trying to convince him? Oh my God. Yeah, you got some shady shit going on at the Corner Club. Gee, I wish we had the fucking video of the Corner Club. Boy, oh boy. Man, the sights we could see in that. Wow. Hey, where's that Corner Club video, by the way? Moscow police. Yeah. Blank and her friends essentially worked on keeping and apart since he was making her so uncomfortable. Yeah. Eventually, he was removed from the bar. Mm-hmm. Yes, he was. Is that Cole? Yeah. Blank, she spoke of what she described as a weird interaction among Kaylee, Maddie, and this blank. Blank described Blank as a weird person who was fairly aggressive and got into a lot of fights. Blank was not a person that she, Kaylee, or Maddie would typically associate with. Kaylee and Maddie left the Corner Club with Blank, and it was Blank's understanding they were going to John's Alley. Okay, now we're talking about Jack Showalter. Yes, we are. Now we're jumping to Jack again. Okay. Blank almost... Okay, now this other girl almost went with them. Excuse me. This person almost went with them, this other male, but his friends convinced him to stay at the Corner Club. Blank did not see them leave. So, see, they're purposely being confusing here. See, it's switching. It's like, are we talking about a male or female? Because now but his friends, but then it says, okay, his friends, right? But then it says Blank did not see them leave, so she was not exactly sure what time that was. Yeah, see, this is, again, Blank thought it was strange that Kaylee and Maddie would both leave with Jack Showalter since he was not their type of people. Right. So again, Jack Showalter here should not be in the picture with them, right? We keep hearing that over and over again. Showalter should not have been with them. But for some reason that night, he tagged along with them. And everybody was kind of shocked, right? This girl was shocked because this is not the kind of person that Maddie or Kaylee would hang out with. So why is Jack Showalter on this particular night, why is he leeching onto them? Why is he leeching onto them? Yeah, exactly. Okay, she could not remember what time she and Blank left, but took a video of Blank drinking a beer. Well, I'd like to see that video at the Corner Club. The timestamp of that video was approximately 1 a.m. on Sunday. Okay, after that, they left the Corner Club on foot. Now, let me ask you this question, my garden. Why the fuck are you taking a video of somebody drinking a beer at the Corner Club? Now, again, is this normal behavior for people in Moscow, Idaho? But why are you taking a video of somebody drinking a beer at the Corner Club? Like, why are you wasting... To me, that's a waste of time. It's stupid. I don't get it. Maybe it's supposed to be, I don't know, posting on Instagram, right? Hey, look at my dude drinking a beer or whatever. I don't know. Stupid to me, whatever. The timestamp of that video, again, 1 a.m. Okay. After that, they left the Corner Club on foot. Okay. Blank was part of a group on Snapchat that included herself, Kaylee, Maddie, and several others. Snapchat. It was a group of friends and classmates. When Blank got home, she went to bed. She woke up on Sunday morning and saw a notification that a video had been sent from either Kaylee or Maddie. The video was of Kaylee and Maddie outside of the grub truck. She described them as acting goofy while taking the video and enjoying themselves. Okay. Interesting. We hear this that they do look like they're acting goofy, but you have another person, a different person before saying they seemed uncomfortable. Yeah, different perspectives. Interesting here. Okay, Blank was somewhat emotional during the interview. She was somewhat emotional during the interview. I told Blank that other investigators would possibly be in touch with her. Okay. Investigation continues in a report. Well, it's good. It's good to hear somebody who's actually emotional during their interview. Considering they were their friends, right? They should be emotional during the interviews. And that's kind of like the only time I'm hearing this, that somebody was actually showing emotion. Yeah, these are supposed to be your friends. And everybody's acting like a fucking robot. Except maybe this one. All right. Investigation continues. End of report. Fine. Brady Walker. All right, guys, we're going to leave it there. 55 coming up. Another interview. We're just going to see what this is real quick, and then we're going to leave it. Okay, witness 1, white female, 21 years of age. Boise, Idaho. Okay, we're going to leave it right here, and then the narrative starts. December 7th. That's where it's going to start. All right, babies, I love you. We're on 161. Yeah. But, all right, I love you all, my babies. I don't know if I'm going to be back on again tonight. I think you had enough of me, actually, I think. But I definitely will back on here tomorrow for sure. Couple things I want to do tomorrow, guys. I want to tell you that little paranormal story. I'm going to leave that for the very end of tomorrow night. I want to probably do another live tomorrow. And I think what I want to do on that live with you guys is I think we should look at some more pictures. I want to look at some more crime scene photos with you guys, okay? I know new ones have been put out. I have not looked at them. I think we should look at them. And whatever else you guys want to get into, all right? But I think we should start looking at more of those crime scene photos for sure. See if there's anything in there that we can see, right? One of you, and I'm not gonna say who you are because again, I don't know if you want me to give your name out, but you had emailed me and you know who you are. And I just want to say, yeah, and I'm not gonna say who you are unless you tell me. It's okay. But yes, very interesting what you emailed me about cameras in the house and pointing out two different pictures, showing two different pictures to me of where there are possible cameras that are there. And I'll tell you what, yes, they do look like cameras to me, for sure. And where they're positioned makes sense because one is directly facing would capture anybody walking up the front steps from the front door up the steps to the house. There's a camera I feel is there, and there's another one. So yes, thank you. You know who you are. Let me know if I can share your name. I don't know. But yeah, thank you. Yeah, I do. They look like cameras to me. So yeah, I think we should definitely start hitting more of the photos. Maybe they're in them. Maybe we could see something like that in them. All right. I love you all, guys. Love you all, my babies, my garden, my loves, my do's, my lads, lords, lilies, sugar lilies, moonflowers. All right. We're going to leave it there. Tomorrow, yeah, definitely want to get into many more things tomorrow with everybody. All right. I love you all. I hope you all have pleasant dreams tonight. Pleasant dreamscapes. And yeah, I hope it's all good, babies. I love you all. Okay. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Torture never stops. The torture never stops.